Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And happy birthday, babe. We are on Holly's birthday weekend. And yes, we're having to work a little bit, but we're traveling in
Welcome
style.
to owning your own business.
We're traveling in style in the 2024 Lexus GX 550 Overtrail. And in this video, we'll tell you how it fits our family of three on a small Texas road trip. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, we're going to do things a little in reverse here as we are on the road to your parents' house out in the country. We're going to talk ride and handling first and foremost in this GX 550. We're on the bumpy roads, as your mom calls it. Tucker, how's your wobbly head back there?
Not wobbly.
Not wobbly. Holly, what are your thoughts on the ride of this? You've been in it much longer.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely smooth, even on these backcountry roads.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of surprising because I would expect that this big car would be a little bit more floaty. But it's not.
Yeah, the thing that struck me immediately after getting into this was how well it rides on the road. It's a big truck-based SUV. Mm-hmm. It's one of 7 vehicles riding on this platform, and it rides very well.
It rides very well. It's not too stiff like a sports car.
Or like a heavy old truck.
And it's not too floaty like some of the bigger SUVs can be right now. So I like it.
It's hiding the bumps very well.
Very well.
And I did take this off-road, and it did very well off-road. Go check that video out. Okay, now we'll go to our originally scheduled programming, and we'll talk about the styling, both outside, inside, all that fun stuff. What do you think of the looks of this one?
It's really interesting because I don't expect Lexus to be like a rugged car, but this one looks rugged.
From the moment they announced this one, I've been like, oh, I can't wait till I get it. I want it. It looks so cool. I love the big boxy styling. Toyota also sells a version of this in the Land Cruiser, which you and I have gotten to check out at auto shows. Haven't gotten to drive one yet.
Yeah,
but
I like that Land Cruiser.
Yep. All right,
I like the look of it. We haven't got to drive it.
No. But really cool boxy styling. Does it remind you of something maybe we have tested before?
I know what you're gonna compare it to, and that's the Bronco.
Yes. We'll get into more of that later. Any other thoughts on the outside before we move inside? Thoughts on FJ Cruiser lookalikes?
Yeah. So, yes, I hate to say it like this because you know that I almost bought an FJ Cruiser, and I really do like them, and I like the style of them. And I can see how you're drawing the comparison between the two in a little bit of the design choices that were made, but the Lexus looks so much more like a luxury vehicle than the FJ Cruiser, which I guess is, you know, that's not a knock against the Cruiser.
Okay.
But I can see, and I think you're referring to kind of like the boxy style, but then also something I like about it is the way that the back is designed, that it's got some different color elements back there. So it's not just all one big silver gray box, which gives it a more interesting element than some cars that are just the same color all the way back there. It looks like a big refrigerator.
And even the rear view mirrors are like a FJ Cruiser. They're tall instead of like wide.
But they're not like wide out like some of the cars that we've driven recently.
Yes. Like that Sequoia we had last, which shares a platform with this. It's one of the 7 vehicles that is on this shared platform. But yes, more bumpy roads coming. Any other thoughts on the outside? I know I kind of cut you off asking about FJ.
No, I like it.
Okay. Moving inside. Thoughts on the inside?
Well, I mean, it's a Lexus. The seats are super comfortable. It's got heated and ventilated seats, which I like.
I had to ask. Leather, not leather.
Leather.
Nope.
You're kidding me.
It's their new Lux is what they call it, but not leather.
Wow.
But then we have this olive green suede section and olive green accents here. So anyway, sorry, cut you off again.
Well, I like there's not that shiny black, gloss black stuff. I like this, whatever that is.
Fake wood.
I like the fake wood. Love the fake wood.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to tell you. I mean, maybe because I knew it wasn't wood,
Right.
but I didn't know what material it was.
Yeah.
It's
And
nice.
then the squishiest dash in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so squishy. And then simulated leather around this front part, leather wrapped steering wheel. Very interesting use of materials and design. What are your thoughts on the look, the design, the functionality? How has it worked for you?
So the look
Goes with the
of
outside.
front, it's kind of the outside. It's boxy. I wouldn't say it's like super interesting.
Yeah.
The front, but
Yeah.
I mean,
14-inch screen here, 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, which is actually polarized. I can't see that screen.
right. Yeah.
Which is-
I noticed that.
Interesting. I guess going with that rugged off-road, you want to be able to see it no matter the conditions around you. Head-up display. Can't see it. Lean
Is there
forward.
a head-up
There is.
Oh no.
I have not.
see it.
I have not found how to adjust that. The customization, like for one, I think you have to be in park to do anything. But the customization of this vehicle, you can see there are 4 different head-up display options here.
Sure, you can make it
But
up there.
I've not found out how to move it. So there. Yeah.
Wow. I can't see it at all sitting like this.
Interesting.
Can you see it?
I can see it, but it's towards the bottom of the windshield, which I kind of felt that.
Mine is in front of the hood.
Yeah. Speaking of, how's visibility in here in this big box?
It's mostly good.
Oh, elaborate.
Do you think it's not? I just feel like the window is small. Or
Okay.
maybe it's just the mirror.
Okay.
I don't know.
We talked about the vertical.
Kind of big.
Yeah, we talked about the vertical mirrors. How are they for visibility?
I like the bird.
Okay. Okay. So all the way around, nice in here. Tucker, how much room do you have back there? Do you have enough
A
room?
lot.
Yeah. Perfect segue into putting in Tucker's child safety seat, and then we'll talk rear storage. Spoiler alert, there's a bunch. Let's talk about the back seat first before I bring in Tucker's child safety seat. It is a 60-40 split bench second row seat. It does fold completely flat and tip forward for a possible third row that the Overtrail version does not have. They are jump seats. They are terrible. Go look at our LX video about the third row seats there. Not my favorite, but you do have some latches back here behind the seat for if someone was in a third row seat, you could still escape back there. We do have top tethers all the way across underneath these hard plastic access points, which is better than what a lot of Toyota branded products use. So I really like that here in this Lexus. And then a reclining rear seat. You can see it's upright position. Go ahead and climb in here. Sitting behind myself, I'm good, but this upright position is terrible, but it does recline oh so nice. And then fold down the armrest so it doesn't flop all the way to the seat bottom like a lot of Toyota products do. Closing the door, we've got some padded places all the way around, including for your knee, which I really like. We do have this little lift in the window that mirrors the body lines on the outside. And then we've got this olive green ultra suede to look at, which I think would look really good with the nori green paint outside. Also like how we have a grab handle right here. We've got the running boards, makes it very easy to get in and out of. No like center console controls here, but we do have a hard plastic cover on the transmission tunnel. You could put a third person back here. Don't know that you would want to. You get air vents on the back of the center console, but no controls for it. Nothing in the ceiling. So this isn't the best rear passenger compartment in a Lexus, but it will do. We still get perforated Nulux seating back here, which is very nice. And then before I bring in Tucker's child seat, I will say the lower latch points are under this Velcro, I know that's a brand, Velcro cover here with the seating material so that you can get to them nicely, but they aren't an eyesore like they could be. But we will bring in Tucker's Graco Extend Fit child safety seat. This is the same one he used when he was rearward facing, and you can see it does snug down quite nicely, right about where I was sitting for the entirety of the video so far. So no real motion up there. You know that the front seat space is still good. Again, the very boxy design of this vehicle really lends to a very good interior space. We'll go ahead and turn this thing around, and we'll set the seat more upright as it should be for installing a child seat. We'll go ahead and drop the top tether back behind the headrest. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. And then the lower latch points are very easy to see. Let's see how good they are. Yeah, very good to attach. With the running board, I can climb in here and get to the inboard latch very easily. Let's see. Yep, very good, very nice. And then I can snug it down nice and tight here from the side. Now, unfortunately, because these seats tilt and tumble forward, they don't slide forward and back. So to put that top tether on, well, you're about to see what the problem is there. Coming up to the back of the Lexus, before I talk about that top tether, I do want to talk about storage options. We do have this button right here, and this little finger grab right there, so you can get into the cargo area without having to wait on the power tailgate. Very quick access if you wanted to throw something back here, whether it's gear or groceries. So I like that a lot. Very easy to get in and out of. Otherwise, it is a power lift gate, not like the 460, which had a swing gate, much like a Ford Bronco. So this is becoming more and more civilized. You can see it opens up rather nicely. I'll go ahead and show you. I'm 5'10", this is me. And you can see we've got two single bay garage doors. So it fits in our garage, but I do think it opens just a little bit too wide at its fullest for our garage. But then coming back here, we have an immense amount of cargo space. I mean, just cavernous. With the back seats up, we get a whopping 45.6 cubic feet of space. If we flip and fold those second row seats down, we get 90.5. Again, this does have an optional third row of seats, or this platform does, this vehicle does not. So you could get 3 rows of seats, and you can see that would be right there. We do have some underfloor storage here, but not a lot. And then we've got this Lexus branded mat back here with cutouts for your tie downs. So I like that a lot. Again, going to the kind of off-road nature of this vehicle, I do even have some tailgate power back here as well. Really like that. But you can see remnants of the fact that it has a 3-row option on this vehicle. Again, very big, very boxy, which is slightly problematic for putting that top tether in. We do have top tether latch points all the way across, but this is quite the reach, y'all. So I had to come up underneath the tonneau cover, which is what they call this shade, to clip that up. But you can see, looking at me, yeah, I'm laying down to get that. I would have to crawl in to really get that, which is what I'm about to do, which, oh, we've got a nice lift point in this to climb up and get in, and that's how I'm gonna have to snug and tighten this thing down. It is gonna be a two-handed process, and as you can see here, now that I've tightened this down, it does kind of squish the new look seating down just a little bit. There isn't a hard corner right here, so it will potentially cause some long-term issues, but it doesn't look like dangerous levels of squish like we saw in the Sequoia we had 2 weeks ago. But there you have it, a quick look at the power hatch and the rear cargo area of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail. We've talked rear storage back there. What about storage situations up here?
Okay, I know where you're going with this, and you're giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Because I do love the
cool box.
The cool box. And we had another Lexus that had that. And I just really liked it a lot.
Yes.
But we are going on a road trip, and you've already had your smug face because there's not, because of the cool box, there's no place to put anything else. And the glove box is not huge.
Maybe. There.
Maybe.
It's in there.
Okay.
And this,
like, I have my purse in the floor, I have my makeup bag in the floor, I have some other things, like, all in the floor that I need up here up front because Why can't you have a cool box and a crap box?
This would be a Qi wireless charger. That's a standalone option. The cool box is a standalone option, but we've got this little shelf of storage right here with some of your birthday surprises that you don't know about yet, hidden away right there. But yeah, front storage, kind of lacking. There's a little in the door, little here, there, and everywhere, but not a lot.
But
anyway.
even this in the door, I was trying to put a couple of things.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
Tucker's.
shaped weird.
Yeah, not
So
great.
not great.
Good,
not
not
great.
good.
But you do have a cool box. So, I mean, it's just like, what's more important to you, I guess.
Yeah. All right, we've already talked how it rode over the bumpy roads, but how is general driving? How's the steering feel? How does the power delivery feel? Does it feel like you're driving a big lumbering vehicle around?
It does not.
Okay.
It feels like a regular car, which is something else, or a regular SUV, just something else that I found surprising.
Okay.
Because I felt like it was going to be very cumbersome.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is a little bit when you're parking, but the video cameras help a lot.
Yeah. Full 360 cameras on this with Toyota Lexus's invisible car technology, where the cameras remember what you drove over, and it, like, on the bird's eye view, makes your car look invisible.
Yeah.
Which really comes into handy, believe it or not, parking in our garage. We have 2 single doors, and so I don't know, I really like it for parking in our garage.
It is, yeah. And this is a tight squeeze, but I had no problems.
Yeah. So the last vehicle we had on this platform was the Sequoia. We had it 2 weeks ago. That thing did feel like a big lumbering SUV.
Yes.
It barely fit in our garage. After we filmed our review, huge storms rolled through. We brought it in our garage for safety. Good thing we did. But it's just barely fit. This is more a mid-sized vehicle to compete, like I said, the Toyota 4Runner in size and the Toyota Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser is essentially the same shape. It's the same body, but different options and things like that. So smaller than Sequoia, even though it's on the same platform as Sequoia. Do you want to know the 7 vehicles that share a skeleton with this?
Sure.
So we've got the Lexus GX, which we're in, the bigger LX, which we had last year or the year before, with the red interior. Then you've got Toyota Sequoia, Toyota Tundra, Toyota Land Cruiser, Toyota 4Runner, and Toyota Tacoma.
Wow.
7 vehicles right on this platform. So lots going on there. Any other thoughts before we talk price?
What's the fuel economy?
Well, I will go ahead and pull out. We don't have the window sticker. This is an early production unit that they used on the media drives, but the fuel economy rating on this one is on one of these mini pages. Is it on one of these mini pages? I know I saw it online. I put it in my notes. Oh, here we go. 15 city, 21 highway, 17 combined.
It's not too bad.
And I know I've got to go in here, and that 14 number includes some terrible fuel economy from off-roading, but I can tell you, driving to off-road it, we were getting 21.5 in highway conditions. So depending on how you drive it, it is the 3.4 liter twin turbo non-hybrid V6 that you also get in the Toyota Tundra, the non-hybrid Tundra. So 349 horsepower, 379 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed automatic, full-time 4-wheel drive.
We'll have a better idea of the fuel economy after this trip.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, thoughts on price?
Wow, I mean,
I've been alluding to the Bronco a lot in conversations with you.
you have, and to be honest, I thought this would be like way more expensive. But
I
you've been
expect-
saying that they're comparable.
I expect a Wild Track Bronco within $3,000 of this. I won't tell you if it was above or below this, but within $3,000.
Okay, so it's a Lexus, it's an off-roader. Is it a top trim?
There's an Overtrail Plus, which gives you like memory seats and more luxuries in here that we don't have on this one. But essentially, yes, it is a top trim, but
Okay, I'm going to go 85.
no,
Higher.
no.
Lower. Okay.
Yes.
75.
Closer, but no.
Too low?
Nope, still too high.
72.
For as near as makes it. 71,620
Okay.
as this one is spec'd. This is an Overtrail with some options like the cool box. How do you feel about it now?
Well, it's definitely a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be, being a Lexus. And also I thought the leather seats were real, so.
Yeah. So I'll tell you that.
So I like that. I know it's comparable to other large SUVs, but like the one thing that makes me hesitate is there's no memory seats. Like,
you have to get the Overtrail Plus, which starts at 76.
Why is it so? Why?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, cars that are much less expensive have memory seats.
Yep.
Like $20,000 or $30,000.
Yep.
Less expensive have memory seats.
Yep.
But this luxury vehicle at 72 doesn't have.
Nope. Not even an option on this trim.
I can cool my waters.
But you can't
But
have
I
memory
can't have memory seats. That doesn't make any sense.
And it is not even an option on this trim. You have to go up to the $76,000 version in the Overtrail Plus to get it.
Sense to me. So that alone would be like on principle. No.
Okay, well, I guess that brings me to already knowing the answer to this question. This or Bronco? Which would you want to live with and pay for if we were buying it?
Okay, because, well, Broncos don't have memory seats either, do they?
No.
I don't feel like it's a great comparison. Because if I had this car, this SUV, it would not be off-roading.
Okay.
It would not.
Okay.
No. Even though it can.
There are some luxury on-road trims that we could get that price out differently and do have memory seats.
That rides like this?
Would ride better, actually.
But looks like this?
It would look like this. It would have different wheels and tires.
Then maybe I'd go for that.
Okay.
But I would not feel comfortable taking this car, this SUV, off-roading.
Yeah.
For that matter, if I owned a Bronco and I was paying for it, I'm not sure I would let you do a lot of off-roading on that either.
Fair point.
But maybe a little bit, like moderate off-roading, not rock climbing.
Okay.
Anywho, I feel like there's a different vibe for each one of those. And I don't think that if you're looking for one vibe over the other, that you're even going to be considering them in the same class. So like a Bronco is more like fun, recreational. Yes, people use it for their daily drivers, but you can take the tops and doors off, and it's just a completely different vibe that you're looking at. You're okay not having memory seats because that's not...
It's vibe.
It's vibe. You're not going for luxury when you buy a Bronco.
But you're paying the same amount.
But you're paying the same amount. Yes, you are. But I feel like the person that's buying a Lexus, you're looking for a luxury experience. You're looking for the memory seats. You're looking for the heated and ventilated seats. And it's a bonus that this looks like a recreational vehicle, but...
And it is.
It's capable off-road. But I feel like the main point of getting this one would be you want a comfortable daily driver too.
Tucker, any more thoughts from you?
No?
No? Do you like this one?
Yeah.
All right.
If they make this where the top and doors come off, I'm in.
And on that note, if you want to see more from Holly, some behind the scenes stuff, find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, we're signing off, logging off, checking out. It's her birthday weekend. Wish her a happy birthday for all of us. And until next time, Gearheads, bye.
All of them, I can see how you're drawing the comparison.
We're fine.
Oh, I heard it though.
What?
Yikes. We're fine. We're fine.
He's the winch.